Welcome back to Supercoach Masters with George, and alongside me is Matty.
And I'm Matt Zeebs, alongside me is Mr. Jaws, and today we're going to get straight in with Jaws. Do we want to do shout-outs? No, I don't care. I don't want to do shout-outs. I'm too excited.
Serious Supercoach. How you going, guys?
It's been a while.
But thanks for letting us
Post on your posters on your posts.
Posters on my postals.
That's it. So today, Jaws, we're going to go straight into the Giants.
Bang, bang.
Versus the Suns.
For the new guys here, we have a cash league. If you're a subscriber on YouTube, send us some screenshots. We'll give you a league code and you join. You win cash, win prize. But I really want to talk about these Giants because they smashed the Suns. Matt Zeebs.
Oh yeah, they smashed the Suns all right. It's 122 to 77. It's a good 50-something odd point smashing, maybe 45 point smashing. The Giants, there's a lot to talk about. Champ, tell me
God. Now,
CBAs.
The CBAs, didn't Josh Kelly look like he had the absolute best role that Josh Kelly has ever had in his fucking injury-prone life? Now, he had the most CBAs from anyone, including all the ruckmen. No wing time, no half-forward time. He was on our pod video as well.
He was only on 79% of the game too.
26 CBAs. Tom Green had 25 CBAs.
Wow.
Perryman got 23. Wow. And Big Angry Bruce got 23. Cornelio got 21. And then it's just Flynn, O'Halloran, Riccardi, and one to Ward.
So they all got one each?
O'Halloran got...
Something like that. So clearly there's some four...
So they want their four boys, Kelly, Green, Perryman, Bruce, and...
Cornelio doing some rotating.
Cornelio.
I like that.
That's really great for if you're considering any of the GWS players. They look like they're not going to go through.
Tell me some kick-ins.
Interrupt me again, I'm going to kick in your face. So, Whitfield had... So Gold Coast only kicked 5 behind. So keep that in mind when you're considering. Okay. Whitfield, 3 kick-ins. Okay. Isaac Cumming 1. Ash 1.
All right, that's boring. All right, so only 5 behinds. That's boring. Nothing to consider there.
Gold Coast loves some accuracy.
Chan, there's a lot to go by. If this was a Brownlow night, who would you be giving your 3-2-1?
Kelly, Green, and 1 vote to Ash.
Ash, wow. So those are the 3 boys that scored. Kelly got 138 touches. No, 138 Supercoach.
138 Supercoach points. It looks so good.
36 touches, 14 handballs, 14 kicks, 22 handballs, 17 contested.
I love him. I want him bad
so good.
much. And then Tom Green
well, Tom Green obviously backing up his intra-club match last week. We actually saw him do some things. Is he in?
Well, don't tell me. Because if he is in, I want to tease you because it's just intra-club match, right?
Well...
They've only got the 50 touches, so there's no indication on his real form. So, Tom Green, 130
He was
Supercoach.
in my last team reveal anyway.
And you hated yourself for it. 34 possessions, 17 contested, just like Kelly. And they only play 75 and 79% time on ground.
Tom Green only had one CBA less than Kelly, which is still a lot. So Tom Green looked very well for all of his doubters out there, including myself. He looked very good. And based on what the GWS coach is thinking of based on that stats, no one else is touching it. No one else is getting in the midfield.
I love all that. That's all good. That looks like their midfield is set, and I want all of them.
Yeah.
Now, Ash, he would be a special pick for me if he was in the defence.
30 touches.
And I am considering him for the midfield because they've got him off that wing. They've got him they've just got him running rings.
He was a tagger, wasn't he?
He was. They did tagger 1 year, depending on the coach, and then they put him on a wing. He looked absolute shit. In the back line, just running around, he racked up 30 touches and 129 Supercoach points. That is a much better role for him.
69% game time.
He will 69. Wow. And there you go. And he will be getting DPP status as a defender round 6, and I'm strongly considering him, but he's only a midfielder and he's so much mid-price value.
Another defender in the boys, Isaac Cumming, had another blistering game.
Oh, he's a great pod, isn't he?
How many kick-ins did he have? There was only 5. It was boring, but he had the most.
He had 1 kick-in. Whitfield had the most with 3.
Whitfield had the most. Well, whatever Cumming was doing, he got 25 touches, 9 marks.
He was coming.
And a goal.
Yeah.
What was he doing down there? But anyway... They were the main ones. The good old Caniglo, you heard himself, came back on. Caniglo done the things that he got to rock.
So Caniglo only had 61% game time, so everyone's rushing to press that trade button on Caniglo to Goulden, but he only had 61% game time and he scored an 85?
With 24 touches.
If he played the same amount as Kelly and the other guys, he would at least be in over 100.
There's besides those boys, Whitfield, I don't know if you want to talk about, he got 25 touches.
I do, because there's one guy breaking my balls, but Whitfield, what's your name? I fucking can't forget it. But because I got about 1 million people talking to me. Whitfield, no. No. If he was a defender, then yes. But Whitfield stats, 25 touches, 86 Supercoach. He looked really good early, faded out a bit.
Nothing else here for the premiums to look at. Now,
Let's talk about Angry Bruce.
Oh, let's just we'll have a laugh about Angry Bruce. So
Did you see him fucking...
Champ. Like, I told Jamie, because me and Jamie were talking about... Jamie is Geordie's older brother, my cousin. We're talking about Rucks and, like, you know, we'll check out to see Wits, because I kind of like Wits. He's like, oh, we'll check out to see what, you know, Wits against Bruce. I'm like, Wits is going to go berserk based on the fact that I called it, I reckon it was going to be... Bruce will give away 7 free kicks.
How much did you give away? Did you give away 7?
George, you can have a look yourself.
You gave away 7, yeah.
7 free kicks again.
He's so angry. Like, if you go to our Ruck rankings and you see the pictures, that's Bruce tackling English looking like, oh no, and then Bruce looks so angry and like he's enjoying hurting people.
Like, he only had 2 tackles, so where are these 5 other free kicks against? It's just clotheslines or something, or punches.
I would hate to be a Ruckman like English playing against Bruce.
Oh, you just fall down. So that was a pretty funny stat from Bruce. He got 7 free kicks against, which we all know we will.
Himmelberg,
rookie
forward, nothing else we didn't know.
I want to go straight to the rookie watch champ.
Let's go to Callaghan.
Finn Killahanary-Doos. He got 22 touches, 2 goals.
How many touches?
22.
Now, this is a real surprising thing for all you guys out there, which you need to know. You need to know this fact because Callaghan, as good as he is as a midfielder, no CBAs.
66% game time with that.
0% CBAs, guys.
66 game time on that.
2 goals.
He
had a lot of intercept possessions, and that was just because they kept on kicking it to him. Like, he was just there by himself, and they kicked it. I saw a passage where they've done it like 2 or 3 times. So
one of his better games, 22 touches, 2 goals, that 90% efficiency with 66% game time, but no CBAs. So playing probably on the flank, moving up the wing is where he got most of his touches.
Yep, that's
in a 45-point thrashing against the Gold Coast. A lot of the boys did come to the party and shirt around. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Is it a trap or is it worth consideration?
Definitely worth considering. I would love to have him up there in the CBAs with the rest of the blokes and get that Perryman out, but
he'll be so much better in the forward line, wouldn't he?
Wouldn't he be better as in your Supercoach forward line? Yes. Absolutely, but he's not, and he's not getting CBAs, but he's definitely one to consider. Matty, you want to go to Gold Coast?
I think we're going straight to Gold Coast. There's nothing else I want to see here. Gold Coast, George, tell me some things.
Now, the CBAs, keep in mind, Took Miller, the best player in the AFL, wasn't in there. So, Matty Rowell led them with 26. Witts, 23. Swallow, 21. Davies, 20. Anderson, 16. Managed game time. Fiorini, 10. Casbolt, 8. Flanders, only 6. Only 6 for Flanders. And I'm sure you guys don't care about Hollands and Child.
Well, let me just talk to you about the 2 top scoring players, which are probably the most relevant, which is Flanders and Witts.
Flanders,
so
super sexy
Flanders. Super sexy Flanders. He's in the 4 line, George, and he's 250. Geordie did say there was how many percent for attendees? He still managed to get 11 contesteds and 3 clearances with 80% game time. So clearly he's a fit boy.
87%. That's a lot of game time. What really concerns me is I don't know how he gets his 30 touches in a losing side.
I saw him running in the back line. He did some intercept marks. So if you look at that game again, which is what I was talking to on the phone yesterday, I just wanted to watch what he was actually doing.
30 touches, he was 103 Supercoach.
If you get at that heat map, it's
6 CBAs.
If you get that heat map, his touches will be everywhere all over the ground, in different pockets, in different back and forward. I don't think he had a position. I couldn't see that he was...
Why wouldn't they start him in the CBAs though?
Whatever it is...
Like him and Callaghan are 2 that I want to get, but I would just like to see more of a permanent role in that midfield instead of just pulling fucking 30 touches out of their behind.
So I'm asking, could he be a trap or is he consideration?
He could be a trap and he could be a consideration. And depends how your forward line's structured. With Toby McLean really scaring a lot of people off. So...
He sure is.
Let's talk about Big Jared. Jared Witts 101 against the Big Bruce.
I loved it.
65% time on ground.
Yeah, 65, which is pretty low.
He's got the good bye, so does the Flanders.
And he's got a really good run to really get you that step up for total points scored in the first 3 rounds. So 13 touches, 23 hit-outs and a goal from the good old Witsy with 10 contested, 6 clearances, 65% game on time. Game on time, time on game. Didn't have his favourite guy roving him. His best friend Took Miller, our Geordie's close friend, doing those tap outs to Took because normally he would, because Took is the one that makes Witt's tap outs
go effective.
Look
to
effective
advantage.
and to advantage, definitely.
Ben Long was in a lot of people's plans. He had 16 touches. I've got to tell you the kickouts for... I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't tell you the kickouts for the Suns.
Yeah. You've got one thing to do, Jules.
I've got more than you. Ben Long, 4 kickouts, 2 to Constable, 1 to Farah and 1 to McPherson.
So clearly Ben Long was the number one. Western Bulldogs only kicked 8 points.
Yep.
So clearly Ben
Western
Long...
Bulldogs.
Sorry, Western Giants only kicked 8 points. So he was taking half.
Not too many to think. So, Ben Long's got about 50% of the CBAs. Kickouts.
So Noah Anderson really had a disappointing game.
Well, he didn't have that much. He had 64% time on ground.
Well, disappointing to watch.
I mean, he's always going to be disappointing.
64% time on ground, 17 touches, only got a 71. Looking at, just scrolling my eyes through other players, I think we go straight to the rookie watch here. I can see Thomas Berry's in a few teams, 66% time on ground, 100% efficiency, but only got a 40.
And
James,
a goal.
Yeah, and he kicked a goal. James Tatsis only had 22% on time, got 2 touches and 11. A lot of people have him in his team. And a goal when it was too late. But the one that everyone wants to see and asking that question, is Charlie Constable stable enough to be on your D5 or D6 Jew?
Yeah, I think I don't want to spend too much money in the back line, and if Charlie can get me a 73 again...
How many kick-ins did he have? He got a couple, didn't he? Yeah.
So that's going to help a little bit.
Yeah.
Constable loves kicking it more than handball, and he always has, even back when he was playing at the Cats.
Yep.
So he's done 16 of them and 3. I think 19 touches is a reasonable showing. He got 89% time on ground, which is what we love. I think he's pretty good. If you don't want him on the ground, at least minimum on your bench, he should be in everyone's team if he's named round 1.
I like him. I like him on the field.
Alex Davies was one of the people who got a fair amount of centre bounce attendances, but he didn't really make take his chances. He got 75 Supercoach, 17 touches and a goal. Not for me.
He did have 10 contestants and 6 clearances, so it was...
He's not his score. Was just...
No, didn't like it either. I think that's all. So summing up for the big Gold Coast, Wits is going to have a really good run and...
A really early good run.
With that bye round that's going to save you. And Flanders is considerable, just if he fits in the budget as well as the structure.
He's a risky one. It could be a trap-in, could be a gold mine.
Yep. And then you've got Constable, who also I think can be straight on the field on that. Geordie, moving forward to the Dogs and the Roos.
Let's go forward to the Dogs.
So before Geordie gets his shit together, Western Bulldogs absolutely annihilated North Melbourne. Annihilated North Melbourne.
Just watch him out, Matty.
To 85. George doesn't like me using the word shit.
Let's talk about some centre bounce attendances.
Okay, let's go.
34, the highest in the game for LDU. And boy, oh boy, did he play shit.
Oh, yeah. George, push your mouth.
Fair call. I'm going to go for North Melbourne first. Cunningham, 27, incredibly promising. He didn't score incredibly well, but he got 79, just under 80% game time, and he got 27
That's sad.
CBAs.
I just want to touch something real quick on Ben Cunnington. He got the most contested possessions for North Melbourne, 16 and 9 clearances.
I don't mind him. As a
the
pick.
numbers do not show for someone that's clearing it 9 times and 16 contesteds gets a crappy score.
I don't think he's going to be scoring like that too often.
No. Well,
I think he's going to score. If that's the role he's getting week in and week out, that's a very good role. If I knew he was getting that role, I'd be picking him easy.
I wish it was that 200,000 that we thought he was going to be at the start of the year. But anyway.
Will Phillips, 24 CBAs. He didn't make him count, but it's good to know that they're putting that much stock in him.
Well, so a game like that can pretty much think, well, maybe we shouldn't put him in there. Because
he's in.
I don't know. I'm talking about the coach. I'm talking about the coach.
Because who else are they going to put in? Really, they had Simpkin in for 19, Sherry in for 23 centre bounce attendances, Goldstein 16, and Powell 9 CBAs.
What about LDU? Who was there too, wasn't he?
He was the first one I mentioned. You fucking idiot.
So they got a few good. Well, look, Will Phillips really stunk it up. I thought. Calm down. So 17 touches. 35% efficiency. That's pretty shit. Probably, if you were thinking about having him on the field, probably second guess that and put him on the bench if you still have him in your side.
Yeah.
Altogether.
Well, the role's there. I think he just got smashed. I think he can score a lot better than that, and he wouldn't be the worst pick on ground.
Well, Zerha was normally going to be that player because he played a lot of midfield time last week. Zerha
played none this time.
Well, he was injured. He hurt himself.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So Zerha was tried in the midfield.
Well, he got 40%, 46% game time.
Yeah, well, he did get 5 contested touches, no clearances, but I'm pretty sure heavy contact in play one, but then taken off at half time. So he was in and out. So clearly he was already groggy. But we did see Zerha do phenomenal things in the midfield in that last week practice game. So maybe he could be the
Talk
one.
to me more about Zerha, Matty.
Zerha.
Please, I want to hear more.
Tell me more.
Goda is shit. I don't want him in anyone's team. He got 46 Supercoach points. I don't know why everyone was getting him. Sheezel, a little bit more interesting, but...
Schneasel! Sorry, go.
That's okay. He got a lot of time on ground. 87% time on ground. 21 touches, 72 Supercoach points. He started forward. He went back.
Done all right.
I don't like 200k North Melbourne forwards and defenders. Matty, what are your thoughts on Shees?
I think there's a lot of people in that bracket. Like I said earlier in the last, I don't know if it was this or the last video, but players like that, Oscar Allen, McLean, if you're thinking even about Ben Kings and Josh Bruce's, who we'll touch on this game, there's just so many of those players in that bracket that I think are clearly good money makers. But then again, there's a lot of money makers besides the backline this year. So I feel like you need to get the money makers that suit you and your team and your structure. But the way that I'm going to plan my team out, unfortunately, there's not a lot of room for these type of players in my forward line based on...
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the kick-ins and Zeeble.
Let's talk about it.
Luke McDonald had 5 kick-ins and Zeeble had 4. Sheezel went back for 1 and Goda had 1.
All right. Well, based on that, Luke McDonald got the second highest score, so probably got 26 touches. Don't really feel comfortable. A lot of people liking Zeebel's role.
Now, I'm going to tell you and the people out there that why Zeeble is...
You just tell them.
I'm going to tell you guys why Zeeble's a bad pick. Because Aaron Hall and Taron Thompson are going to come back into that side. And they're going to take kick-ins. They're going to do some of that rebounding 50. None of those guys were in. And I think Zeebel's role is not the same as that year. Everyone's expecting him to go to that 500k. I don't think that's it, guys. I don't think Zeebel's going to be our saviour.
Like I said, based on that forward line bracket, there's too many sexy options in that forward line team.
Even if there weren't sexy options, I just don't like Zeeble as a pick.
Fair enough. All right, Jules, I think we had enough of the North Mel...
Let's get into a team that actually knows what they're doing, and that is the Doggies.
Jesus Christ, I know what they're doing.
Tim English had the most CBAs with 30, didn't make it count. Libba, 27. Bond, 25. McRae, 23. Smith, 24. Trelaw, 18. Lob, 7. Sam Darcy, 2. And that is it for the Bulldogs. Matty,
to be fair, there's about 10 players in the Western Bulldogs team that scored over 100 points. Now, that's impressive. That is very impressive. Now, to be fair, they had 4 injuries on that day. So a lot of percent and time on grounds are going to favour these numbers and scores. So, for example, Dre out, Ed Richards out, Keith got concussed, Kreuzer was out. So not a lot of rotations there, and they're pretty much rotating, and the Supercoach points are not being shared. Hence why it is alarming. Not alarming because clearly they smashed them.
Four more plays in these games anyway, so it's probably more accurate indication of how...
No, because then they have to share North
Melbourne's. North Melbourne's not going to get it.
Well, they did. So, Charlie Coleman got a -3. So.
Oh yeah, if everyone's considering Charlie Coleman, I wish they did. He got 84% time on ground and got a -3.
That's a big game from Charlie. Meanwhile, so with the doggy scores, a little bit of, I don't know, false advertising in that sense with four players not playing. Not to mention Riley West only played 59%.
You do anything to not pick Bond for you.
I like Bond.
There's no false advertising. This is what you're getting. If you see Bulldogs play North Melbourne, I reckon these scores can replicate.
So Liberatore clearly, wow.
158.
Wow, awesome display.
What a weapon.
Bond did the same, 27 touches, 2 goals. Got 145. What a weapon as well.
Bailey Dale. I just picked him up in draft.
Bailey Dale, 22 touches, 9 handballs, 8 marks. Those contested marks.
Is Bailey Dale a viable D2?
He's in our top 10.
Yeah. Do you think he's a good option?
I don't like the buy.
You don't like the last buy? That's a good buy.
Not with the rest. If you ever look at the rest of your team, George.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because you can use 9 trades. More.
For now, not yet. A viable option later down the track, potential, but not right now for me.
You want to say some kick-ins?
Actually, say some kick-ins because he is very I don't even know how many teams.
Well, guess what? Caleb Daniel got the most with 4.
Well, his midfield minutes are done, aren't they?
Yeah, well, that was a good experiment. And Bailey Dale got 2. So that's all there was because North Melbourne didn't kick too many.
That's fine. They kicked 7. But no, McRae did McRae things, 33 touches, 118 Supercoach.
Is he back to McRae of old? Is that the kind of game you want to see from McRae?
How many CBAs did he have? He didn't have much, did he?
He did.
Compared
He
to the
had
rest?
23, yeah.
Well,
He was in the top 3 or 4. He was in the top 3 midfielders. So McRae Bont him.
Well, look, yeah, they all had great touches. They all had 30 plus, and that's what you get from Doggies. There's always about 4 or 5 of the players that absolutely dominate.
Yeah.
And compared to the Doggies' top 6 versus their bottom 6, a fucking miles difference. But good to see good old Oscar Baker, that rookie.
Wow.
111.
He was looking good in the
He has got a
training
nice Ranger mustache.
You know what the coach came out and said? We weren't going to play him at all, but then we had injuries, so we actually played him.
And look what he did.
And he got
made the most. Kicked the first goal. 22 touches and 8 marks. What? I don't
111 Supercoach.
Pretty good.
22 touches.
22 touches, yeah.
There you go. So
22 touches.
Oscar Baker, good for a stash on your bench.
Yeah.
Would you feel comfortable playing him on field? No? I wouldn't either. Not against Melbourne, round 1 is...
He just needs to be on the bench for now, if he's named.
Yep, cool.
The in and out of my team, Jones was in, then he was out.
Jonesy.
But Jonesy did...
He was in our first must-haves.
He was in our first must-haves, and it kind of looks like a lot of people have jumped on him after that game.
Now, 9 intercept marks. Is that sustainable, though?
Liam Jones is renowned for reading the ball very well.
But 9? That's a lot.
And that is why he got 101 Supercoach. He got 17 kicks. 17 kicks, 2 handballs, 11 marks in general, 92% on game. So clearly no one else had more game time than Liam Jones.
Yep.
So I know you're holding in George and we all know what you're thinking, but Liam Jones, clearly, I like him.
He's fitter. He didn't tackle anyone, didn't want to go close to anyone. Because he didn't tackle anyone.
Yeah. Jordy, you...
Hayden Crozier, let me talk about the Hayden, because I really like Crozier, guys. Crozier...
You just can't help yourself.
Scored 79 Supercoach points.
With 53% game time, I'm taking over, George. He had a finger injury. It saw him take off.
He got a dislocated finger. He'll be good for round 1, I think.
Let's hope.
54% game time, 79. If he played a full game, I'm expecting that to be a 90. And so he is 218k in your defence.
I need to emphasise a bit more on the Doggies because me and Geordie had a conversation yesterday. We thought it was going to be good for the Cold Pass, but I want to know everyone's thing. Now, let's all address the ugly elephant in the room, and that's Toby McLean.
He is looking bad.
Okay.
But wait, I don't want to finish talking about Crozier yet.
Why not?
Because he's a good pick.
He's a good pick. He's good to consider.
No, but you can't have Jones and Crozier, and you only can have one of those players. Do you like Crozier at all?
I like Crozier the way that he plays. Yes, he clearly would have got more touches than Jones, but Jones clearly is not getting off the field. He is 92%. Like Crozier is a good pick. So is Jones. Very, very both to consider. I think a lot of people are favouring Jones at this point, and so would I. Like considering what his output was plus his time on ground. Now, anyway, let's address the elephant in the room. Besides the English's shit 75,
we've got to address that as well.
Oh well, that's crap. But we said it from the start. I don't like English at all.
English, okay. I think he had. I actually liked his game. His habits were horrible, but he did get 17 touches, 83% game time.
He doesn't.
Oh, that's just. He got 93 Dream Team, so he just wasn't very effective. Maybe a couple of clangers, maybe.
He does not get hit outs.
You think if you just get your hand to the ball, Bont, McRae or Libba can do something?
This is why Bont and McRae and Libba get awesome points because they shark 25 from Sherry and 19 from Goldstein. English
they really out-tapped him. He's not a good tap ruckman, English. I don't like him as a tap ruckman.
He had 16 hit outs, which is pretty pathetic.
And he played a full game. And he had the most centre bounce attendances with 30.
Anyway, like that's a solid.
A lot of people considering English. So.
I know. For 550,000, I hope it's not our guys.
580,000.
It makes me sick.
I didn't mind him, but that was a very bad performance.
Okay, we'll just touch really quickly on another rookie watch there besides Oscar Baker. Josh Bruce. I felt that he played. I want to get back to McLean later because I want to talk about it. So Josh Bruce, 17 touches, pretty good for him. 61 for 160.
What do you reckon?
I like it.
Gardner's got to come back soon-ish.
Soonish.
Maybe not
How
soonish.
soon? I don't know.
But do you reckon he's good for a stash on the bench? Would you play him at F6?
I wish we saw another game of him.
I know.
One more game would have been good.
Game would have been
Yeah,
good, but
one more good.
F6, F7, I don't know. I wouldn't want to put Bruce on the field.
No, fair enough. Just something to consider. Anyway, McLean. Everyone hates him. All of a sudden. They do. They hate him. They hate you. Why'd you do? You did so shit, McLean. What did you do?
Man, he is keeping me up at night. I don't know what to do with him.
45 Supercoach, 15 touches. Like,
I had such high hopes for him. He averaged 95 before, but it looks like he's CBA because he was getting CBAs. Now it doesn't look like he's going to get any.
forward and wing. It's not happening for him.
If Oscar Bacon get 111, why can't he get 111?
I was arguing with Geordie or discussing with Geordie last night. Is he even in the best 22?
I think so, guys.
Because we went through the whole list. We went through the whole list of who's going to play, who's going to come out.
He has to.
I think he's on the verge of 23, 22. Maybe. Because that Cody Waitman's coming in. Cody Waitman's coming in, and I kind of feel that he might be squeezed.
Arthur Jones.
Arthur Jones won't get a game because
Dre, how long's he out for? I thought him in a neck brace or some shit. So.
Sad. He's in a neck brace.
Ed
Richards is hurt. I don't know how bad he's. It's only a cork. He'll be fine. He'll be ready in 2 weeks.
Around him.
Hayden Croydon, he'll be ready in 2 weeks. The way that he's playing. The only people that I see, you need to take at least 4 people out of the team that they played in the practice game. I can see Arthur Jones, but Waitman coming in for him.
At least he got 7 contested possessions, McLean.
He doesn't look like he should. I'll leave it up to you guys. It's a mess.
I am.
We'll have to hear your comments. We'll have to hear your comments.
I want him because you don't want to have him, not having him. He's getting 90s. Because he's a capable player of 90s. I think I'm gonna get him, guys. I don't know.
All right, we'll see what
happens.
happens.
Better than Asava.
Let's go to the last game of the game.
Oh, the Tap Brothers. We've been waiting for this, and now it has been 2 games in a row that Max Gordon has destroyed practice games. There's no Supercoach points yet for the first one officially, but I tell you, I watched everything. I was can't in my head. He got over 140. He's probably the highest Supercoach averager in the preseason.
Oh, you say that to Goulden?
Yeah, I still think he would
no
be.
way, because Goulden would have scored another 120 the week before too.
So 180 and 120, or 140 and 153. It's going to be a close, champ.
Goulden wins. All right, meanwhile, Demons destroy the Tigers, which was surprisingly, I've liked the Tigers. 50 points.
That is a big whopping, but not more whopping.
They both had some really good plays, like premiership plays, like obviously Melbourne had more, as in...
There are some concerning structure setups.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you about some CBAs. The highest was Harms at 20, with Oliver, who's 20, not good enough.
That's not like Oliver.
Gorn, 16, Grundy, 15, Petrarca, 15. These are very unencouraging signs. I mean, it's good for Gorn to have more than Grundy for one game.
Do I see Pickett and Sparrow?
Yes, you see a Pickett and a Sparrow. Viney is out with that knee. You think that Pickett and Sparrow will be taken out when they come back in. Neil Ball 7. And Brayshaw of the shit variety got 4.
Wow.
What do you think of that, Manny? Tell me about it. I'll tell you about it. So,
why am I even here? What do you think of that, Matty? I'll tell you about it, Matty. Go on.
No, go. I know you got something to say.
Oh no, I think it's shit. I think I saw pretty much Oliver in the back line at some point. I think they are
starting there, or were you just drifting back?
No, he was staying in the back like the commentator.
Was he manning up on someone?
No.
So good. He's just trying to get some loose balls.
Trying to get some loose balls, probably. I'm not too worried about Oliver's score. Oliver only got 95.
I'm not worried about Oliver at all.
31 touches. We know he's a contested beast.
But was his role concerning? Well, I think he's going to get the ball wherever he goes anyway. So
man, Oliver finds the football.
Petrarca,
he does what he does best, which is, push up forward. Be Italian. He does what he does best. Got 32 touches, 114 Supercoach with the goal. That's a standard day out for Petrarca.
Not enough CBAs for mine.
Well, he got 13 contested, 4 clearances. The biggest clearance person who wasn't hardly in the CBAs was Oliver. He got 9 out of the 20 CBAs he was in. 9 of them were clearances by yours truly, Clayton Oliver. Hunter has been on a lot of people's mouths. 26 touches. He did have a good preseason game last week. And to be fair...
He's only a midfielder, I imagine. There's no way you can be getting Hunter in your team.
94% game time. So
he's fit, but he ain't going to be a top 12 midfielder or
No.
top 15. Stop Hunter. No.
All right, so let's just get through all the rest of these.
Well,
other
because
guys.
some people are saying Bowie could take that Salem role. I mean, Salem's got a thyroid issue. He's not going to be out forever. 120, and Bowie had that one big game
But
last
mate,
year. Everyone jumped on.
that's 41 points more than his dream team. So his 100% efficiency.
Yeah, we can't.
Bowie, that's impressive. It's
Not sustainable.
it's not
No
sustainable.
Bowie for me.
No Bowie for me either. But let's just go into
Kickings.
it. Let's just go into it, George. Grundy and Gorn. Grundy and Gorn in the first half looked like we could have done the Gorn and the Gordy combo.
Keep in mind that Grundy only did play 69% game time.
But that's
under
scary.
70.
That's scary because I was a Grundy owner.
I don't think he's going to get that much that kind of time on ground often because last practice match he played a lot more than that. I think they're just trying to manage.
From what I
each player.
see, like if they both kick 3 goals each, Grundy and Gorn.
And you know what?
They are both going to be GPP. Just save some room.
Well, it's about the percentage of the time they spend forward. But they did beat Richmond. If they beat Richmond that much, they're going to beat a lot of teams by that much. And I think that is sustainable. Let's talk about Gorn, 153 Supercoach.
Like you said at the start, George, he had 150 in your mind last week. He's done it again, topped it up. He's
17 touches, 12 hitouts, 3 goals, 10 contested possessions, 83% time on ground. And look, if he doesn't get CBAs, I don't think it matters that much because he's going to be the loose man behind the ball trying to get that contested mark. Or a forward getting a goal.
Is this concerning? Gorn and Grundy got 12 and 11 hitouts, where Nank got more than them put together.
Well, I don't think they need to.
Nank got 24 touches, hitouts. Grundy and Gorn got 12 and 11, and then you had Solo come in and get 13.
Well, the thing is, they probably...
They're the Tab brothers.
Well,
they should be absolutely annihilating the Tab house.
Let me give you some stats. So the ruck contest, Nankervis went to 53.
Right.
So Gorn only went to 34, and Grundy only went to 31. So they went to 20 less, ruck contests than the rest of them.
So Tom
And then
McDonald
Soldo had 25, and then even McDonald pinch hit with 30. They're not using them mainly as ruckmen. They're using them as big blokes.
They're using them as midfielders that kick goals. They've kicked 3 goals.
They float behind the play and they float in front of the play to get a goal or to take the intercept mark. They're not even using them mainly as a ruckman. Well, they are, but not as much as like a Nankervis.
Yeah, well, we like them both.
Gordon,
You talked to me about Gordon. I know how much you love Gordon.
Gordon's a great pick. I don't hate him if you pick him.
Meanwhile,
What about you?
Gorn is just based on the structure that we've been used to because I think
It's going to be something we've never seen before from Melbourne using with these two ruck boys like this. But let me get to some kickouts because this is a huge monopoly for Sam May because he gets 8 kickouts. That's 8 possessions in the bag already. That is a huge upside. Bowie has got 2, and that is all. So it's only Bowie and May. And what did May score, Matty?
he scored 117 with 16 kicks, 6 handballs, and 9 marks.
97% time on ground as well.
Those defenders, they stay on they don't like to go off the ground, those big tall defenders.
Yep. Now, Grundy didn't play as much game time, but he still managed to
He was
kick 3 goals.
literally off, I reckon, for the first 8 minutes of the first quarter. I was watching.
And 80 Supercoach points.
Yeah, 80 Supercoach points. Like, he was on 45, I think he was on 60 at halftime.
I just love watching. It's so fun to watch.
The disappointment there was probably Angus Brayshaw. He didn't do much to blow anyone's whistle. He had 15 touches, 6 touches, 77 Supercoach.
4 CBAs. I think the experiment is over if he's in your team. He could do good when the season starts, but from what we've seen so far, it has not been impressive from Brayshaw.
As far as rookie watch, everyone would have had Van Roonen. We did not get to see him play, which is concerning.
I didn't have Van Roonen.
Concerning. No, a lot of people have.
None of us, because we're better than that.
Well, look, everyone was saying he's going to get named round 1. Well, clearly he was not even in this, but I guess there was 2 players that they didn't even use. So, pushing forward, Jaws, I think we had enough about Melbourne. Let's talk about those Tigers.
Sure, mate. Let's talk about the Tigers. Now, the
CBAs.
CBAs. Now, this is huge because Hopper got the most and by a fair bit. Hopper 25 CBAs and the next highest was 20 for both teams. So Hopper had the most CBAs. He's just a midfielder. He's just going to be a midfielder option. Shai Bolton 20, hugely surprising.
Wow.
Nankervis 20, Taranto 20. So that looks like it's going to be their main midfield mix.
Let's not forget, Prestia went down early, so someone had to come in.
Prestia goes down fucking 3 times a week. So
Well, Prestia went down pretty
while
much.
Thompson Dow still got 12, Cochin got 11, and Soldo got 11, and Prestia had 4.
Yeah.
Dusty had 1. Keep that in mind, guys. Dusty is now a forward.
Dusty is now a forward. So what I like, Jaws, the 2 main boys that everyone's got, Taranto and Hopper. Hopper clearly has spent the most time. most time in the midfield. Spent 83% game on time.
Game on time.
Most game on your time on ground. 14 contestants with 9 clearances. So clearly, like Geordie said, mainly midfielder, in and under Clayton Oliver role. Just, that's what he's going to do, because he only got 8 kicks with 15 contested handballs, clearing it out. Then our boy Taranto, wow. By the way, Hopper got a nice 93, respectively.
93 Supercoach.
The Dream Team concerns 64, but 93 Supercoach. But that's because of those 14 contestants and 3 clearances. 9 clearances.
9 clearances. Wow.
Tim Taranto.
Let's just say some time with Tim Taranto. He got 124 Supercoach, and he needs to be in your team. He needs to be in your team. He's such a good pick. Matty.
Oh, yes, he needs to be.
He's like my top 2 or 3 premiums. I will not leave home without him.
Yeah. Liam Baker had a surprising role. He got 36 touches.
Liam Baker. Did I take the kick-ins for... So that's a good way to enter the kick-ins. 4 for Vlooston.
Yeah.
3 for Baker, 2 for Broad, 1 for Bolter.
Yeah, Baker was everywhere.
And 1 for Daniel
Baker
Rioli.
was everywhere for mine.
1 for Grimes. 1 for T Young.
Yuck. Thanks for telling me that one. But yeah, Liam Baker, 18 touches, 18 kicks, 18 handballs. Done pretty well. 10 contested, didn't really do the clearances, had 1. He kicked straight, had a good time on ground, had a good day out.
Baker is good.
Jaden Short, where did you see him? He was roles reversed.
He was everywhere. He was everywhere.
He was back line. He was forward line. He was everywhere you don't want him to be.
Do you think Baker is a
short of
plausible option? Because I had a couple of messages. I think his dual position. He's 400 and something thousand. 410 from memory. And look, he scored really well. His role looked good, but I know he scores one good game every now and then. Is that a sign of things to come, or
no?
You don't think that's a sign of things to come?
I don't think it's a sign of things to come. I think he's okay as a player. I don't think he's very Supercoach relevant.
So he's 429,000. You can get him in defence, and you can get him in the forward line.
Okay. And just so all you suckers out there, he's got an injury sign right next to his name. Don't believe it, because clearly he was playing.
So he was played a full game and he played really well. 130 Supercoach points.
Top scorer. So
but if you can replicate that, it's going to be a huge pod.
Apart from that, Nank's still dominated, but he still didn't do that well against the boys as far as Supercoach. Got 74. Dusty got 70.
I think Dusty's days are done.
Yeah, Dusty's days are done unless they make the finals.
Then it's done for Supercoach.
Yeah, then it's done for Supercoach anyway. Prestia is out, so who knows what that means for some more midfield time.
Bolton.
Samson Ryan came on the ground.
He looked good.
He did. He came on the ground. 21 Supercoach, 6 kicks, and 5 marks. So big tall Samson Ryan kicked a goal and 2 points for 20.
So he only played 1 quarter pretty much?
Not even a quarter, and he got a 21.
So not too bad. And he's a dual position.
Yeah. He's dual position. How much is he yours?
123k.
123 Richmond player. I kind of like him. I don't think they're going to use him, but if they do, I would like to lock him in. He only came on the 4th quarter. He got 6 touches, 5 marks and a goal when the game was clearly well and truly over.
Yeah. I think he's like, I would want to pick him if he's named round 1 instead of McAndrew. What do you think?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I just said. But I think apart from that, Jules, there's no one else I like here. The only obviously obvious ones you need to lock, Jules. Jules, just give it away. Tell them.
I didn't ask you. Do you think Grundy's a good option still?
It's a yes with a but or a no with a if. No, if. I don't know. You know what I mean? But he's a considerable option, but fuck, you don't know. Like you said it best earlier, Jules.
When you say nothing.
Yeah, you say nothing. And when I'm talking, please. You said it best when...
You said...
No.
Okay.
When you said...
What did I say?
You said that we haven't seen this with Melbourne.
It's going to be so good.
You haven't seen this, how Max Gawn and Brodie Grundy do these things together. It's unseen. It's not, like I said, they're not getting their points because they're dominating rucks. They only got 12 hit outs.
Are you Gawny?
Do you want me to sing a song with you?
No, I just wanted to ask you if you're Gawny. Are you Gawny? Are you got a bit of Gawn fever at the moment? A little bit.
Am I really?
Are you got a bit of Gawny? No, you're not Gawny.
He's too much.
He's just 20k more than Witz, and he's scoring 50 more points than him.
In a practice game.
Oh, you can say fucking everything's a practice game.
I know, you can.
Flogs on thing, it was just a practice game, but
I'm not a flog. You got to be mindful.
Like one. All right. On that note, let's
Shut
just
up,
leave
you
it there,
dumb
guys,
nerd.
because next we are doing some team reveals. So, no, I know you guys love bagging us, but these ones, we actually have stats and data and structure.
Do we?
I do.
Oh, I just picked auto picker. See what comes out on the other side.
We got some great teams for you guys. So the teams reveal before the season starts. Make sure you don't miss it next. I'm looking at Me's team right now, guys. You gotta see it to believe it. All right, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. And thanks for tuning in to our preseason summary part 3 of 3. We also have some very nice prizes.
Oh, some prizes. George, show it and show them. What do we got?
We'll show them the ring again. Matty, I'm gonna show them the polo. And there's a Supercoach T-Shirt, but we don't have one of those on hand yet.
No, not yet.
All right, guys. Catch you on the next one.
See you
High
guys.
five.
Bye.
High five. Good job.
Good job, guys. We did good. Did we do good?